Welcome to the South Ops Fire Weather Webcast for Thursday, February 20th. I'm your host, Kristen Stewart. Let's start out by checking out a wide view of our current visible satellite imagery. You'll notice the counterclockwise spinning clouds over Nevada and Utah. That is the weak low-pressure system that had moved through Northern California yesterday. That system will keep moving through the Great Basin today and give way to breezy offshore winds for us. Closer to home, a Catalina eddy circulation has allowed for marine layer clouds to cover the LA basin and other small portions of the coastline. These clouds should be fairly quick to clear due to the offshore flow. There is also a lot of cloud cover in the San Joaquin Valley due to the northerly flow and lingering moisture. These clouds may be much slower to clear. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies cover most of the area, and it should be another beautiful day. The weak weather system currently moving through the Great Basin is inducing some breezy north to northeast winds over the higher terrain of Southern California this morning. Since the system is so weak, there is very limited upper-level wind support to enhance these winds. As a result, they are mainly driven by offshore pressure gradients and are not particularly strong overall. Current wind observations indicate gusts are largely in the 25 to 40 mile-an-hour range for the typical areas prone to northeast wind. As is typical with offshore winds, they will peak in the latter half of the morning, then slowly subside into the afternoon. Winds will then pick back up overnight through Friday morning before subsiding again. There will be little change in afternoon high temperatures today compared to yesterday, with valley highs in the 60s to low 70s. There will likely be a little more enhanced warming across the south coast in response to the offshore winds, with highs potentially reaching the upper 70s to near 80. The low desert will be quite warm, with highs rising around 80 degrees. Similar temperatures will continue on Friday. The weather through the 7-day forecast period will continue to remain very benign for our region with not a whole lot of excitement going on. Like I mentioned earlier, a weak area of low pressure will move through the Great Basin and into the desert southwest through Friday. This will have little impact on our weather, save for kicking up some breezy northeast winds across Southern California. High pressure will then strengthen and remain our dominant weather feature this weekend into next week, keeping us warm and dry. It is also worth mentioning that another weak trough will move through Northern California early next week, but should once again have little impact on our weather. With high pressure remaining dominant, temperatures will continue to rise this weekend into next week. The warmer valleys of Southern California should reach the low to mid-80s, and the low desert will be close to 90 degrees. Temperatures should stay mostly steady through much of next week. Minimum humidity will be around the 15 to 30% range over Southern California today, higher in Central California, and lower in the deserts and higher terrain. Humidity looks to remain mostly consistent each day through the period, though Friday will likely be the driest day. With high pressure in place, winds will be mostly light this weekend into mid-next week. However, with the weak trough expected to move through Northern California early next week, breezy northerly winds are likely to return on Monday afternoon through Tuesday evening from the Central Coast to the Mojave Slopes. Little or no fire activity is expected across the region through the forecast period thanks to the recent moisture from the precipitation event earlier this month. Conditions are expected to be dry through at least the end of the month, so this prolonged period of dry weather may lead to a modest increase in initial attack as we get to the end of the month. However, significant barriers to fire spread now exist across the region as seasonal greenup accelerates following the recent rain. So this means we will be in a good position with no concerns for significant fire potential for the foreseeable future, even if dry and windy periods were to occur. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Our next webcast will be on Friday, February 21st. Have a fantastic day.